This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. This is our last hunting day here in Georgia. It's January the 14th, and we're out for the last time with our SKS. And we're going to be hunting literally in my backyard, just a few hundred yards in that direction, because there is an active scrape going back there. And I checked it before the last rain, and it had been freshly worked. And so we're going to set up our deer stand up a tree, because unusually it is dead calm. We have been having a lot of wind and a lot of rain the last several days and throughout this whole season. So we're going to give it one last shot. Well, we have our stand ready and our gun here, ready to go up the tree. We'll move the golf cart, and then we'll come back and start our hunt. Now, we've been set up on this open bottom, which is really sort of adjacent to my food plot. And we haven't seen anything moving yet. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to pull out and come back and sit again in the evening. But we have open hardwoods here. Of course, there's my tree and SKS and so on. And I've killed a number of deer from this locality, but nothing's moving today, not even the squirrels. Tomcat stand, which I refurbished and rebuilt, put new straps on, new foam, new tape at the start of the season. Yeah, it's doing good. It's, well, working just like it was new now, so no reason it shouldn't last another dozen years. Well, the sun is illuminating the treetops now. And it's sort of time for me to think about moving out of here. Well, guys, what's next? Well, let's get the big one over first. This aging business. I'm 83 right now, and hopefully I would hang on for another decade or so. But certainly nothing is guaranteed. I am in better health now than I was some months ago at the start of the deer season. And I think this is because I'm finally recovering from a bout of long COVID. This stuff is insidious. It has a great variety of symptoms that masquerade for all kinds of other illnesses, respiratories and others, and is nothing to fool with. Take that as fact, guys. So, I'm not as capable as I was. As mentioned, my balance is bad, my stamina is bad, my muscle strength is decreasing. Woof, 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 none of these things are good. But right now, stable, okay. Stay out of trouble, don't get anything else infectious that's too serious, then yeah, I should hang on for another decade. Now, those of you who are planning my memorial celebration on YouTube, well, hang on for a little bit, guys. I'm going to be around for a while. Now, practical things about getting around. Yeah, I'm using one of these now. You'll see various variations of it as I come along. But my balance is such that, yeah, I've just got to have that kind of support. Okay, next, weather. Well, can't do terrible much about that one either. And I lost a good 2 weeks of hunting season this year because of weather-related problems. Notably, a great big huge oak tree that fell along one of my trails and blocked it, that I moved up by myself, cut it up, and got it so I could at least clear the trail. And so we got our trails cleared after several repeated rainstorms throughout the season, which also interfered with my hunting. So that was a problem. Next year, well, it depends on the weather. Who knows? So far as equipment. I started off with a crossbow, and then the tree fell, and that sort of ruined my crossbow season. I have an in-town property that I never did get prepared to hunt, so I never did hunt that, although I should have. And so that'll wait till next year. On muzzleloading season, I used the Remington Genesis, and I found out I had two main problems with it. One, the red dot sight was not usable in low light conditions. And so some of my shot opportunities were at low light, and I lost them on that account because the woof just blew up and I could not see the game to shoot. And the other thing about the Genesis is, for some reason, that butt plate is so slick. When I get up to mount the scope, it slips on the shoulder, which of course throws off your shot. So we're going to put a slip-on recoil pad on it, or a replacement butt plate. I'm not sure quite which yet. And we're going to put a scope on it with an illuminated reticle. Now, this scope played a large part of my work with the SKS this year. I'd had the SKS for decades, really, since the 80s, and never really shot it, and decided, okay, this is the time to do something with it, and so we did. And what we found out was, basically, with iron sights at its lowest adjustment, it will shoot very well given premium ammunition. Some of the old stuff I had from half a century ago did not do so well in it, although okay. And I decided the scope mount would help. Well, this mount, which fits on the dust cover, did not help. It was in fact a detriment. Bloom, 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 bloom. Just too much movement in it, and it was not stable. Plus it put the scope in such an awkward position to shoot that, no. There are other ways to mount a scope on it that are stable, but still put it very high, and to me, very awkward. I want to be able to pull up a gun, bring it to the shoulder, look down the sights, and go bang. Not have to, okay, where is it, where is it, where's, oh, there's the scope, okay. No, I don't want to shoot like that. The scope itself. This is a modern scope. It was inexpensive, $80 or so. And, well, it's designed for the 223. Well, the thing about the 223 is the 223 doesn't have very much recoil. This has only a one single mounting point. And when I found, and I had it on the SKS, which is also mild recoiling, comparatively speaking, the adjustment here tended to come loose. But we're going to mount this on the Genesis, and we're going to put some Loctite on it and see if it will hold if I reduce the bullet weight to 300 grains instead of 385 grains. Why was I shooting that bigger bullet? Because I had them. But, so lower bullet weights, and then we will see if that will do better, and I have no doubt that it will. So this is what I plan to do. And yeah, I'm going to continue hunting, and we're going to go out and do as much as we can do on the outdoor work and that sort of stuff. And that's the way you sort of keep going if you're an older guy like I am. I don't like the idea of going to the gym and spending time there. I've got enough physical yard work to do to keep me moving and active and doing what I need to do. So we're going to do that as long as we can and continue that, and that way keep muscle strength and keep movement and what agility that I have left. And yeah, we're going to be out again next year. So for now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.